What is good, skate fam? Coming back at you with another one. And in this video, I want to talk to you about something I've been working on for quite a while. Got back into the fold about 5 years ago, and now I'm trying to do this skateboarding until I can't physically do it anymore. And hopefully I have a few decades of this, but I've been working on what I call a staple bag. So there's these tricks that, you know, are at this point almost gimmies, like a backside 50-50 stall or backside 50-50 grind. Or even, you know, I don't know, dropping in on vert, whatever you want to call. These things that we kind of learn knowing how to carve and take it for granted. But what I've been working on is a stylish staple bag, and it's 15 tricks. Is this the only 15 tricks that I will do? No, but it's the ones that I really wanted to have in the bag. So I'm going to share those with you because I'm at the point where I've actually landed all of these now, but I need to keep working on them because I'm not consistent with them, and I want to be able to do them on different ramps, bigger ramps, steeper ramps, and things like that. So let's start going through my staple dream bag of 15 tricks one by one. I'm going to name it, and then I'm going to find a clip from YouTube and throw it into the video so that you can actually see me do all of these tricks. And I'll talk a little bit about each of them as well as we go through it. Okay, quick interjection here. If you are brand new to skating, if you're getting back into skating, if you're watching this as someone who is progressing, if you know someone who could benefit from having access to this video, please share it with them. And know this, all of the tricks I'm going to outline here have probably some sort of trick tip, deeper trick tip tutorial that I've already made. I'm going to put a card in the video. You can click on it and have access to the full masterclass or trick tip, whatever you want to call it. The thing is, YouTube only allows me to put so many cards per video, but they are okay with me putting more links in the description. So if you don't see a card pop up for the trick you want to learn or you want to share with someone, look in the description. I'm going to do my best to put a link for all of the tricks that have a trick tip or masterclass in the description for you. And I'll also put in general just our skateboarding playlist, because there are way more trick tips than the ones you're going to see here, which is about 15 tricks. There are way more trick tips on the YouTube skateboarding playlist on our channel here. So please share it. Check them out if you want to learn how I learned it. And the last thing before we jump into the video, I want to let you know that I'm better now at 49 going on 50 than I was when I was skating back in the late 80s. Not only am I better now, I'm having just as much, if not more fun than I did as a kid growing up skateboarding with my friends. So what I'm getting at is, it's not too late to start. It's not too late to progress. You know, this is with the exception of you have an injury that prevents you from doing these things. But overall, what I'm getting at is, for the most part, I believe that there are the vast majority of us that can progress and tap into what skateboarding has given to me, which is way more than I can ever explain when it comes to mental health, when it comes to physical health, when it comes to the social aspect of it, when it comes to the challenge it brings, and also the confidence that it gives you, not only to do the trick and face your fear, but this carries over into other areas of life. All right, that's it. Let's dive in. All right, here we go. Trick number one. So trick number one is a Slob Air. You might say, what in the world? So a Slob Air is a frontside air where you grab tuck knee with the lead hand. I'm regular, so my left is my lead hand. You grab around the knee between the feet, but with the lead hand instead of the back hand. That's also would be called tuck knee. Frontside Air, but this is called the Slob Air because, as the story goes, the photographer taking the picture of the guy doing it with this type of grab says, "Why'd you grab like that? You look all twisted up like a slob." So anyway, it's called a Slob Air. I love it. I think it's super stylish. It's tuck knee grabbing with the front. Now I want to be able to do these on flat walls and over hips, and I can do it. I still grab them relatively early or at coping, but to be honest with you, it doesn't even bother me. It's sick. It's a Slob Air. Call it an early grab. Tease me if you wanna. I'm out there having fun and doing my thing. Can I work into grabbing them later? Yes, absolutely. That may or may not be an ultimate goal of mine. I'm pretty happy with where they are, but I can start grabbing them later and later or right at coping as I get better and better with them. So let's take a look at a Slob Air. I'll see if I can find one on a flat wall as well as a hip. This is not going to be the best. It's just going to be what I can find and something I've posted on YouTube, probably as a short. And actually, I know I have a video on how to Slob Air. I have a whole masterclass on that. So I'll put a card, put it in the description or somewhere, but you'll see that as well. How to Slob Air. That's trick number 1 of 15 in my staple bag. Let's take a look. All right, so trick number 2 in the staple bag is a backside rock and roll board slide. I can do these on special features like parking block type features that are on top of a bank or a quarter pipe. I could do them on small ones on quarter pipe, and I could do them on special features. So let's take a look at a backside rock and roll board slide. Super fun, really stylish. I definitely need to get better at this one and do it in places that don't require special features, but I've done it. I can land it, and I can do them pretty consistently when I have the right conditions. Let's take a look at one. All right, trick number 3 in the staple bag. I wanted to be able to do some frontside 50-50 grinds and come in with and without a grab. So I have, again, master classes and trick tips on how to come in, transition from frontside. You can check those out, but I'll find a clip of me coming in frontside with no grab, and then find a clip of me also coming in back with that slob grab and coming in frontside. I think it looks so stylish when you add the grab to it, but it is good to be able to do it both ways. All right, let's take a look at the frontside grind, re-entry, no grab, and with a slob grab. I'm counting that as one trick, and that is trick number 3 in the staple bag. Let's take a look. All right, trick number 4, lean and sweeper fast plants. So again, might say it's 2 tricks. I'm counting it as 1. They're very similar. One, you let the tail smack before jumping in. That would be the sweeper. And then the other one is you go right back into transition. I'm gonna see if I can find one of each and post it here. Let's take a look at number 4, which is the lean and sweeper fast plant. I need to get better at these, doing them off of coping on bigger transition, or even just sweepers in general. But let's take a look. I might post 2 or 3 clips of this one right here. Let's look.
Sweeper to lean fast plant progression. So I got some sweepers off this feature at the park. Then I decided to jump on the board in the air before the tail or wheels hit, and I got a nice little lean fast plant.
All right, trick number 5, the Slob Plant. This is a really fun one. I've only done a few of them, but I did land them. Again, all this is my dream wish list staple bag. I think they're all stylish tricks. I've done one of these. I need to get better at it, but we'll take a look at a Slob Plant in transition. I'm not off of coping, but I'm in transition, and I'm really happy with it. I think it looks good. It's stylish, and I need to get better at it and take it all the way up to coping. Here we go, a Slob Plant. And now on to trick number 6, my current obsession, the hand plant. So I can put my hand on coping and come back in again on special features. I'll show you this. It's not even completely back in. I can put my hand on coping. I can put my hand under coping and get the board to clack and bonk and clack straight off of coping and back into transition. Just started working on doing these on steeper, taller things. But I can get hand on coping, hand plant, bring it into deck, bring it into disaster-ish, and I'm working on getting to where I can get it. I can come back into transition, but I can also working on getting to where I can put it hand on coping on a true quarter pipe and bring it back into transition. My current obsession. Let's take a look at some.
At 49, I'm learning hand plants. I found the perfect feature this weekend where I was able to get one hand on coping. I didn't come back into the transition, but I was stoked to roll away. Here comes a happy little accident.
Oh, what the hell? Dude, happy accident here. Back foot came off, but I managed to pull it back in.
I know that I can safely and confidently feel like I can bring it back in without clipping coping.
All right. Number... Okay, bonus one. I don't know how I did this, but I missed the one. I missed the one that I worked on the most and the longest. So maybe it's 15, maybe it's 16. I don't know, but here's the list, okay? Hey, backside air with a leg grab. I worked on learning that trick for the better part of 4.5 to 5 years. I worked through injury, I worked through mental obstacles, the whole 9 yards. But I got it, and I can do it, and I need to get better at it, but it's possible, and I can do them. Let's take a look at a leg grab backside air.
An excellent way to perfect your late grabs for backside airs is to practice them over at hips. It allows you to practice keeping the board to your feet throughout the entire maneuver and drastically reduces the risk for hanging up because the coping is going away from you. Here's a late grab backside air from today's session. Instant replay in slow-mo.
Number 8, the backside rock and roll. I learned this one probably out of all these tricks that I'm talking about. I learned this one first, but I'm still not, believe it or not, super consistent with it. I am pretty good. I've got a master class on how to do it, but I haven't done it on anything bigger than 5.5 feet tall, and I'm okay with that. But it is still one of those tricks that, like, I know how to do it. It takes a lot of mental energy. For some people, it's an easier trick, but for me, it's not that way. But I'm in love with it, and I want to keep getting better at it. It's the backside rock and roll. Let's take a look at a few right here. All right, here we go. Number 9, a frontside boneless with a slob grab. I do bonelesses. I like slob grabs. It's probably because I feel more flexible on that side, and I am a lefty and I ride regular, which means the front hand, my lead hand, is my dominant hand. So now when I do, like I just talked about the hand plant, I am planting with the right hand and holding the board with the left. So that's a little bit different. You might think, wow, you want to stand, you know, you want to plant on your dominant hand. It doesn't really bother me, but I do like that my dominant hand is my lead hand, and I do prefer grabbing the board with it. So for this one, which is a Frontside Boneless, I grab it with a slob, and I want to do these in transition. We'll take a look at a clip. I do these to tail, and I just want to get better at doing them in transition. I'm a transition skater, but I can do it really good on special features. It's really fun. It's my, you know, one of my only 2 tail tricks, and it's pretty sick. So let's take a look at that one.
Getting the confidence I needed. First make, 2 to make it true, and 1 more for good measure. What a fun trick. This is a fun little Slob Boneless to tail. Let me know if you'd like me to make a trick tip on how to do this. Peace, I'm out.
I'll take it, bro. Yeah. I'll take it, bro. Yeah.
He called it too. He was like, I see that it's going.
All right, coming at you with number 10. This is the Frontside Layback Rock and Roll. I'm also going to make this a multi-one because I include the Frontside Layback Rock and Roll with a slide, and we call it the Spider-Man lovingly. And I'll show you a clip of that as well. And then I also kind of made my own trick out of this one. It's called the Rougarou, and it's something that I kind of made up. It's an early grab, or you can grab in the air. Slob grab, you come up to pogo, and then you frontside layback rock and roll back in. I call it the Rougarou. I'm from Louisiana. We have a swamp monster called the Rougarou, and I just imagine when I'm doing that, the swamp monster coming out, the quarter pipes above head. You're low, you're coming out of the swamps. You coming in and you pogo down, you grab your victim, and then you frontside layback rock and roll in. So just getting creative, having fun. So it's a slob pogo to frontside layback rock and roll, or the Rougarou. But we're gonna take a look at all 3 of those versions, and that's what I'm counting as number 10 in this staple bag. Let's take a look.
The layback frontside rock and roll. I love the nostalgia and the feel and sound, everything about this trick. If you'd like to learn how to do it, click on a related video. I have a trick tip on the channel just
No, you don't stop with the funk from the old days. Starting out in your head as the beat plays. Yo, the ICP's got the dog beats. In a city posse and we playing for keeps. And I know that you're liking this funk.
Here's a trick I call the Rougarou. I wanted to get it cleaner with only 1 hand on coping, and I got it.
All right, number 11, the Frontside Layback Rollout, or the Frontside Layback Grind. There's 2 ways to call it. This one I'm still getting better at. I've done it on, I think the biggest I've done it was on a 3.5 foot ramp, but it's so stylish. I really want to get good at it. I've even done it special ways where I kind of air into the 5-0 and then get into the layback. I'll show you that one as well as just the regular one on a quarter pipe. Super stylish. I love this trick. I need to get better at it. I can do them, but it's not always on first try. Let's take a look.
Aired into the 5-0, then did a layback rollout. Just learning this one, and it took me about an hour to get it. Need to clean it up, but stoked on the progress. I really wanted this layback grind to tail today, and I got it. My friends were pretty stoked too. Instant replay with slow-mo. Worked on frontside 5-0 layback grinds today. Pretty fun trick. All right, number 12.
A backside layback rollout. And this one's another fun, stylish one. I like the old school style skating. I don't know why. It speaks my language, and I love it. I'm having a great time. So let's take a look at the backside layback rollout.
This one is super fun, stylish, and not that difficult. I'm working on a trick tip, so stay tuned.
Okay, number 13 is the half cab frontside layback rock and roll. Man, this is 2 tricks combined into one, but anytime you get to touch coping, I think that's rad. So you come in for the half cab, plant the hand on coping, swing it around into half cab, and then you bring it back around. I've heard people call these the window wipers or window washers or something like that, but half cab frontside layback rock and roll. I love this one. I think it's so stylish and looks so cool. Let's take a look at it.
One of my favorites, the half cab frontside layback rock and roll. Got one, but wanted it a little smoother, so we went for it again.
I called it one hand on coping. Was really going for style and trying to avoid both hands touching. All right, number 14. This one is airing a spine with no grab and with a grab. This one just feels amazing. I really like the no grab version. It just feels so good letting the board bonk up to your feet. You catch it and then you position it back into transition. Let's take a look.
My first time transferring this little spine and the gap with a late backside grab. Pretty stoked on it.
All right, and here we are, number 15. The backside layback rock and roll board slide. This one is just so, and I do it 2 ways. It's so fun, so stylish. So I do it 2 ways. One where you want a really long slide, let your butt touch, get everything laid back out, and then bring it back in. Or, you know, if you're gonna have some enthusiasts say the butt shouldn't touch, even though I think it looks cooler and you get a longer slide, you can do them without letting the butt touch. So I'll show you a version of each of these. Super fun trick. Again, one I need to get better at, but I'm pretty consistent with them now. They're not that difficult, and I just think it looks so rad and so sick. Let's take a look at that one. This gotta be one of the funnest mess around and find out cool down and warm up features in the park.
Working on backside layback rock and roll board slides. Trying to get it to where only one hand is on the coping. Man, I wish I could have hung on to this one, but I just couldn't. So I had to go for more.
That was crazy. It was insane. Yeah, one hand. One hand, baby.
Not gonna lie, this trick is very new to me, and I have plenty of room for improvement, but they are super fun and highly addictive. I love the nostalgia of it. I love the throwback, not to mention they feel and sound amazing. Super fun, backside layback rock and roll board slide. Give it a try, you got to. It's super fun. Peace, I'm out.
All right, fam, I hope you enjoyed learning what my 15 staple dream tricks are. Like I said, I've landed all of them. I can do all of them, but I need to get better at them. I need to be able to throw them down first try. I need to be able to do them on all transitions or most transitions, not just where I have special features. Hey, let me know in the comments what one of these is your favorite, and also what is your staple dream trick bag look like. The reason I did this was because I'm chasing skateboarding. So fun, and I'm not saying I'm never gonna learn new tricks again, okay? But now that I have these 15, it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop learning tricks. But skateboarding is so fun. It's so easy to get into shiny object syndrome. So I wanted to be able to just have a nice bag, tricks that were stylish, fun, and that I can do and throw down. Now I've got them. I need to continue to work on them. So this is not the end of progression. I'm not even close to where I'm going to be, but I do have my target and I have it in sight, and I'm going to keep working on getting better at these. All right, just wanted to throw in there, thanks to all of the skaters before me that have inspired me to learn these tricks, to fall in love with how they look. So thank you so much. Skateboarding's so fun. The last thing I want to say is I'm not done with progressing, because not only am I going to continue to work on these, Of course, there are some things that are going to come along that's going to catch my eye and I want to add to the bag. But I will say, the main focus is getting better at these and doing them on bigger transitions and also being more consistent with them. What's your dream staple bag list? Let me know in the comments, and also let me know which one of these is your favorite or which one you'd like to learn. Just let me hear from you. I love hearing from you. Peace. I'm out. I'll catch you on the next one.